Ahead of their rematch this weekend, Alex Pereira and Magomed Ankalaev both spoke on eventually moving up to the heavyweight division. Speaking to media, Alex said, "I really don't know. We'll have to see. Obviously my body gets heavier. I don't know how long I can cut to 205. We're just going to have to see and take it fight by fight." Ankalaev, on the other hand, says that he will definitely move up. He said, "Yes, heavyweight is definitely in my future plans. The weight is going up easy. I get to 110 kgs or 242 pounds quick. Maybe a couple more fights. After that, I'll definitely move up." Sean O'Malley gives his prediction for Merab Dvalishvili versus Cory Sandhagen.
God, I've been going back and forth on this fight. I'm leaning more towards Merab. I hate counting Cory out because I know how skilled he is and how confident he is and how serious he's taking this fight and this preparation. He lives like a true martial artist. So it's hard to count him out, but I feel like he's so confident right now. He's so strong. He finds a way to win. And so I'm leaning towards Merab on that. I think it's going to be an interesting fight, dude. I do think Cory's going to present some problems, but it's like, you got to be able to do that for Cory. I mean, he does have really good footwork. And I'd like to think of myself, I had pretty good footwork. Merab he found a way to get a hold of me multiple times. And I know I'm tricky to take down. But he found ways to get in and did. But those knees, Cory's knees, you can't make a mistake. You can't eat one of those knees. So I am very excited for that.
Renato Moicano reveals part of the reason he didn't accept the short notice fight with Charles Oliveira at UFC Rio is because he's busy making content for his YouTube channel.
Let me be honest, the problem is when a fight like that show up, you want to go. Of course I want to go. Imagine, if I beat Charles in Brazil,
you're a superstar, bro.
I'm a superstar, exactly.
So why not take the risk?
Because I don't want to be giving excuses, but I have an injury. I'm not gonna say, so I'm not training that much, and I got a little bit sick too, you know. Especially 5 rounds, and especially because my last fight I got tired, you know, and I didn't have the time to fix. Because I have been producing. If you follow me on my Brazilian channel, you're going to see I'm posting every day. I'm doing like 6-hour live stream. And at this point, like I have to focus on fighting or making content. That's the truth. So see the numbers, bro. I'm doing very well. But that's the problem, because if you stop to doing,
how much money, bro? How much money?
No, I have been billionaire. But I have been making good money, and you know why. If I stop to make content, you know how it works. The algorithm just goes down. So you have to keep going, but once I have a fight, I will stop and I will focus 100% on the fight.
Khalil Rountree and Daniel Cormier recently revisited Rountree's fight against Alex Pereira, which ended in a 4th-round TKO loss. Rountree admits he made a critical mistake by emptying his gas tank in the 4th round, instead of staying composed and saving his energy to push Pereira in the 5th.
Since 2021, though, you kind of got it going in the right direction, right? You're 6-1. The only loss, a world heavyweight title fight, where many believe that going into the 4th round, you were winning, right?
Yeah.
Can you go back to that and think like what you were thinking going into that round? Like, man, I'm beating Alex Pereira.
Every single round of that fight, I was thinking, how amazing is this? Every time I got punched, every exchange, I was in my mind thinking, like, how amazing is this? And I'm the main event right now in Salt Lake City against Alex Pereira, like I said I was going to be, like I asked for, and it's happening now. And then even coming into the 4th round, half of the 3rd round was pretty bad. That's when he really started to sting me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I really started to like get dizzy and fatigue. Not cardio fatigue, but like, you know,
when you start taking damage.
When you start taking damage, your body just says, dude, preserve yourself. I was thinking 10 minutes left. I was like, I can do anything for 10 minutes.
Yeah.
And so essentially the story that I like to tell is that I treated the 4th round like the 5th, and I just let it all out in the 4th, and that's not what I should have done. What I should have done, know that I'm up 2, possibly 3.
Yeah.
Cool off in the 4th, and then take it to him in the 5th. But I hadn't had that experience yet. I was so pumped up. I was all heart that fight. You know what I mean? It was all heart that fight.
Josh Emmett is set to face Youssef Zalal at UFC 320 this weekend. TJ Dillashaw is joining Emmett for his weight cut and doing a 3-day water fast.
All right, I'm all packed up and heading to the airport for Las Vegas for UFC 320 for Josh Emmett fighting on Saturday, October 4th. But I had my last meal at 9 a.m. this morning until weigh-ins at Friday at 9 a.m. Feels like a perfect time to do a 3-day water fast and join the cut.
Mateusz Gamrot previews his fight against Charles Oliveira at UFC Rio. Gamrot says he feels no pressure leading into the fight. However, he's unsure if he will have a good weight cut due to taking the fight on short notice.
And you see my reaction, this was pure life and pure happiness moment to me, because like I say, I get the huge name in the legend of MMA. Oliveira, of course, is one of the greatest in lightweight division, but I am more than ready to fight with him. You know, I am not afraid to scramble with him in the ground, exchange punch in the fight. I have no pressure, bro. The God give me the conditioning to so. I'm going to the Rio and I wanna take his place.
And what about your weight? I mean, is this a tougher weight cut for you because you're taking the fight on short notice?
We find out. We find out in the Friday morning. But right now is not bad. It's like around, I have around 25 pounds, something like that. So it's not bad.
How big were you when you got that call?
Same thing. Always I have good shape. I don't have too much weight, like up down. So I have like the same weight all the time. So I'm waiting for this weekend, and I think Thursday, Friday I will start cutting weight.
Stephen Thompson thinks Alex Pereira is going to crush Magomed Ankalaev this time around. Alex defended the light heavyweight title 3 times in 2024, and Wonderboy thinks he was just too active. Speaking to Bloody Elbow, he said, "Your body is just too worn down. They're not all there. They didn't look the same. If you notice, Alex just didn't look like the Alex of old, and I do believe he was too consistent. But I was there live for that fight, and I predicted that the next time that they fight, Alex Pereira is coming with a vengeance. You need to give your body time to heal, and I think it's going to be all Alex this time. I think he's going to go out there and he's going to crush him." Islam Makhachev submits his friend with a head and arm choke. He's currently preparing to move up to welterweight and challenge Jack Della Maddalena for the belt at UFC 322.
ما دعموا على اساس وجود عوائد والله.
Merab Dvalishvili shared a story on Demetrius Johnson's YouTube channel about the year he forgot to pay his taxes. He revealed that after earning $60,000 from fighting in the UFC, he spent all of it within 6 months. To recover financially, Merab had to return working construction to save money.
But second fight, I got bonus, and I did crazy. What I did, let me tell you.
Okay.
Oh, I got $50,000 bonus and then 10,000 from the fight, right? I was supposed to. My contract was 10,000, 10 fight for the fight.
Yep.
10 for win, but I lost. But I got 10,000 for fight and then $50,000 for bonus. Mm-hmm. Oh, I'm so rich. I have $60,000 now, right? Mm-hmm. Before I never see this much money. I stopped work, of course. I never go construction.
And then bye. Yeah.
And I stopped working, and of course, like I give my coaches bonuses. Mm-hmm. My manager charged me 10%. That time, just defense manager. And I have 2 brothers. I send them big piece of this. Mm-hmm. And I buy fancy car. And in 6 months, no work. My money is, of course, there is no more money left. And I don't even know that I have to pay taxes on it. And fuck, bro, like, you know, and then now I was using credit cards. In my life, I never owe money. I like to have money, of course, and I was working. I always have money, but now I left the job and then I spent my money.
Yeah, you were like, I'm broke.
Yeah, when I was taking down the rich, you know, and then next fight I win, I got $20,000 back, but with this $20,000 now I have to pay taxes for that, and I go back to work, you know, construction, and
also after you won the $60,000, you went broke in
6 months. Yeah, I brought broke,
and then you went back to work.
I go back to work. Yeah.
Kamaru Usman breaks down why he thinks Magomed Ankalaev will defeat Alex Pereira once again at UFC 320.
We saw him struggle to take Pereira down the first fight. That's not the case. That's not what's going to happen here. He's not. Ankalaev is very, very good and seasoned striker to where this is where he likes to be. This is where he's been for years now. This is where he likes to conserve his energy. This is him because he also understands that by giving these continuous takedown attempts, I'm going to get tired as well. And so I don't think we're going to see that. I think they're both going to stand there and they're both going to go to war. Now, what I do think is going to be different is I think Alex Pereira has rested. I think Alex Pereira has really put a lot of time in this camp because Alex Pereira loves being champion just like we all do. And Alex Pereira is going to do everything possible to try to become champion again. But by him doing that, I do think Alex Pereira is going to give openings. He's got to be more aggressive than he was that first fight. And by him being a lot more aggressive by nature, he's going to leave those openings. And I think Magomed Ankalaev is sharp enough striker and sharp enough shooter to where he might be able to land something significant to potentially steal this fight away. So I do think Ankalaev walks away with the belt and still. But if there is anything that could possibly happen, I think it would happen right here, and I think it would happen right now because Alex Pereira has did the work to become champion again. But I'm going to go with Ankalaev.
Alex Pereira gave his thoughts on Tom Aspinall defending the heavyweight title against Ciryl Gane at UFC 321. He thinks Gane's movement may frustrate Tom. Speaking to media, Alex said it's a tough fight. You know, Tom is a complete fighter, but I do feel like he's fought a lot of aggressive guys. And I think Gane is a guy who is going to do a lot of movement. He's going to be a little more cautious and moving around a lot. It might frustrate Tom. First, second, third round, maybe Tom can't find Ciryl Gane. So I think it's going to be a different fight. Alex Pereira and Magomed Ankalaev were sitting just a few feet apart from each other last night at Dana White's Contender Series. And that's going to wrap it up for the news. Thanks for watching. For daily MMA news and content, subscribe to Full Mount MMA and click the bell icon to be notified when we post videos. Here are the 3 top comments from last video. The first one says, I don't think there are 10 people that value Brendan's opinion on anything. The second one says, were it not for Full Mount, would anyone ever listen to Brendan? And the final one's from Victor. It says, O'Malley is delusional. Ilya versus Conor. A guy is at the peak versus a guy who hasn't fought in so many years? Yeah, that's not gonna happen. Those were the 3 top comments from last video. If you want to be featured in the next one, all you have to do is comment down below. And if you missed yesterday's news, click the video on screen right now to get caught up.